Hello everyone, I'm RecV5.
And I am Sandman99.
And welcome back to Madden NFL 2004 Santa's Elves franchise. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And so before we start, I just wanted to show off a little replay, just because it's a nice one. Not really trying to, discuss anything or anything like that. But basically what we've got here is we've got the Memphis Big Men on offense.
Yep.
And I have a nickel package out there, but this is a, like you, I tend to play a nickel defense pretty well full time.
Yep.
Unless they've only got one wide receiver or no wide receivers, then I'll go to a 4-3 or a 3-4. In Madden 04, I actually tend to favor a 4-3 because it's better against the run, right?
Yep.
But anyway, so what I've done here, though, is I've modified the nickel package so that the right outside linebacker is actually already placed in the position that he's in right there, as you can see on the end of the line. And I left the defensive line in the default position. Right?
Okay.
So that's actually the default position. The designated pass rusher in this particular formation is that right outside linebacker.
Yep.
And then I placed the nickel corner about where the right outside linebacker would normally line up, a little bit further back.
Yep.
And then, of course, we have Santa Claus, the left outside linebacker there. And the two safeties are in their normal positions for the nickel package, as are the two corners. And what I'm doing here is I'm playing a 3-deep zone.
Okay. And
what I do is I'll take a 3-deep zone out of one of the vanilla playbooks because I like the flat zones with the corners.
Yeah, where they actually jam?
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit in our last game. And
yeah, basically the out-of-the-box playbooks, they can draw a special type of flat assignment called a jam flat, where the cornerback will move up and jam the receiver and then proceed to play a flat zone.
Yeah, so the right corner is actually playing that flat zone. The right corner.
Yeah.
And then the free safety, the strong safety, and the left corner are playing deep zones.
Okay.
And of course, Santa Claus is going out to the flat on the left side.
Yep.
And we've got Hales there, the nickel corner. He's just playing a short zone in the middle. And of course, the right outside linebacker is blitzing, and I think the left end, I have him dropping back into a short zone as well.
Just to offset Hales.
Yeah, so this is going to be like a 4 across zone, and if you run this a little bit, you can see how everybody drops into their zones, right?
Yep.
And actually, I think this is actually a double spy, right? Like the left end and the nickel corner are both...
Yeah, they've split the quarterbacks.
Yeah, they're both dropping into spy assignments. And you can see Santa Claus heading out toward his assignment in the flat.
Yep.
And here comes the pass rush, and they left the running back in to pick up the outside linebacker. And what I found is that I can nicely eat up the offensive line blocks with the standard position offensive line or defensive line.
Yep.
Like I can control the defensive tackle there and get him to engage the guard.
Yeah, there's less suction blocking in this game.
Yep, and the defensive end will, of course, engage the tackle, and that allows the linebacker to run around the edge and threaten the quarterback.
Yep.
So anyway, the quarterback, of course, throws the ball away toward Santa Claus, who goes vertical. Like, watch this jump.
Okay. Oh, man.
Huh? See that?
Wow.
So he picks that pass off, and then when he comes down, I thought I was going to get tackled, but you don't quit on these plays, right?
Yep.
For some reason, number 80 couldn't find a tackle animation right away. And then, once he fails to tackle me on his first attempt, well, no one's going to catch Santa Claus. He just runs away from everybody, right?
Yeah, it almost looked like he bounced off of you there or something.
Yeah, maybe. Well, at 4 feet 11 and 450 pounds, it's probably tough to pull him down by the shoulder pads, right?
Yeah, really.
But anyway, if you go back, though, and we were describing that corner flat zone, if you want to go back and have a look when this play first starts.
Yep.
you can see how the corner on this side plays that flat zone, and he actually moves right up and gets in number 85's face.
And jams him like man coverage.
Jams him. And that's why you can get away with having the safety playing the deep zone on that side, but you depend very heavily on that corner actually successfully getting the jam, because that gives that safety enough time to rotate into position where he needs to be.
Yep, and you just can't draw flat zones like this out of the box, right?
Nope,
like if you tried to draw this play all on your own without taking it from a vanilla playbook and modifying it, you couldn't do it.
That's right, because even if you give that corner what looks like the same flat assignment,
he won't jam.
He'll play the zone, but he won't make any contact with the receiver.
Yep.
And what this does too is it's a zone defense, and like I said, I use zone defenses against 2 wide receivers or 1 wide receiver quite a bit.
Yep.
And if I see 3 wide receivers or more, then I'll usually play man to man, right, with 2 deep zones.
Yep.
But if I see only 2 wide receivers or 1 wide receiver, then I'll take a chance and I'll try playing like a 3 deep zone with 4 across short, right? Because that's how you can create turnovers.
Oh, and that's exactly what happened here.
Yeah. Because I was figuring, and I use that double spy technique quite a bit too, because if you can get good pressure, the quarterback will quite often hot potato the ball out, and one of those spies will catch it, right?
Yep.
If he tries to throw like a quick crossing route, or shallow crossing route or something like that to get rid of the ball.
He doesn't need to be any taller than 4'11".
That's right, because he can jump
as high as that guy's waist.
Yeah. That's why I said it was very, very nice, pretty play, right? However, that being said, a lesser linebacker would have also been a foot taller, so he wouldn't have to jump that high. So he may, like a regular linebacker may or may not have been able to get up and either intercept or knock that pass down too, right?
I bet you they probably would have.
Because
I've seen that kind of thing with normal linebackers
There's
before.
a big difference between 4'11" and 6'4", right?
Yeah, but I think a normal linebacker totally could have done it anyways.
Yeah.
And but the difference is right here, this guy wouldn't bounce off Santa Claus. This guy would tackle a normal linebacker.
That's true. It still would have been a turnover probably, but it would have been, I would have had to run some offensive plays there.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's why, when you see what the left cornerback or the right cornerback was doing there, that's why I will do that. And occasionally I'll even take one of those out of the box plays like cover 2.
Yep.
And I'll modify it so that the middle linebacker drops in the deep zone in between the 2 safeties.
Yep.
And then I'll have the 2, outside linebackers or the outside linebacker in the nickel corner playing the short zones in the middle.
Yep.
And the 2 cornerbacks on the outside will drop down and jam the receivers that are lined up in front of them, right? So those are things that I do, but like I said, it's pretty iffy if you try and do it against 2 wide receivers, because they can always screw you up too by using motion to put 2 wide receivers on one side of the field.
Yeah, then flood your zone.
And that's why I use man-to-man audibles, though, out of these formations. Because if I call one of these zone defenses, and then we line up and they've got 2 receivers on the same side, I can audible to a man coverage scheme.
Yep.
So that I don't end up with one of those receivers running a corner and the other running a post, and the guy running the corner is wide open, right? But anyway, that was enough of that for now. I guess we'll pause for a moment and come back to the Elves game.
All right. And we're back.
Yes. And we're going to get into the weekly schedule, and our next game is against the Zombies.
And the Zombies are a strong D team in this one.
Yep, they're not an all Madden team, but they do have a strong defense. So, yeah.
It should be interesting seeing how this goes.
Well, we played against other strong D teams, and we made out okay. One thing I will say about that game I showed the highlight of earlier in this episode,
yep,
is that, and hopefully I'll be able to do that here, is that I basically, a master of the understatement would say that my rushing attack was relentless.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I only threw like 14 passes in that game, and I think I ran the ball spread around close to 50 times.
Huh. You're really looking like me out there now.
Well, the thing is that oh yeah, you see this here in the. I'm just going to look at this again. The thing is that, like I said, passing. I don't like passing in Madden 04. It's tough, right?
Yep.
Anyway, as you can see in the defense, I'm already working on next season.
Yep.
Assuming that we do a 2026 Christmas League. I don't know.
I'm sure we will.
But anyway, this is the third annual Christmas League football. So. And, you know, like, there's a lot of things that I like better about Madden 04, but, and I guess in a way I have to say that I like the way they play pass defense better, even though for me I find it tougher because I find it tougher. You know, in Madden 05, I can just about take any team with one of my offensive playbooks and pick apart any defense through the air.
Well, I guess what I'd say is they play better as a team in Madden 04.
Yeah.
Even if as individuals they're much more mediocre.
EA is proud to bring you continuing coverage of the NFL. I'm Al Michaels with John Madden.
And there is Santa Claus.
Because they're facing a dangerous duel.
And the funny thing is, you know what? The way that this game has been going, I don't know if I'll pass for 2,000 yards in this season, because I don't think I'm averaging 200 yards a game.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, I guess it's not much wind, but we'll defend with a wind at our backs. And it looks like they've elected to kick to us.
All right.
So. You get to start the game here. I guess you might as well set your audibles up, because I forgot to do mine, but I'll do mine before I run my first offensive play, I guess. It's understandable. If they're a strong D team, that could be why they want to kick the ball to us too, right?
Probably, yeah. It's probably part of their strategy.
They'd rather try and put the game in their defense's hands as much as they can. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I usually elect to kick if I have the choice, right?
Yep.
But most teams will actually elect to receive, which is why usually I'll pick the wind direction. You know, like, that's what I want.
Yep.
By the way, I fixed my fullback dive. You see the halfback pattern there?
Yep. The halfback blocking pattern.
He doesn't charge forward and interrupt the handoff anymore. And I've also made some blocking modifications on some of these, well, at least on this formation, as sort of an experiment, just to see if it works.
And we go back to the game.
So here we go. We're 2-0 so far, and it looks like our division rivals, the Green Bay Goblins, are 3-0. So.
Yeah, but they're an all-Madden team in this one.
Yeah, so are the Grizzlies too. They're 2-1.
Let's see if they can turn this first drive into points.
So it's going to be a tight division for sure. Well, wow.
Get set. Calling an audible. Dropping back to pass on a first down.
Yeah, we'll just
blitz exploited for a first down.
Dump that out there. They were more or less telegraphing blitz there, I think.
Yep.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Changing the play now. Man in motion.
Looks like they're going to have a lot of guys in the middle all the time here, eh?
Closing in.
Oh!
Taken down in the backfield by Jackson.
Wow, that guy got there fast.
Yep.
Best quarterbacks in the league. Takes on one of the top defenses in the league.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one, Al. If this
Yeah, that happened so fast, I didn't even see how he got in.
Especially from...
They were blitzing again, right? I think. Yeah, see that? That guy was blitzing and he hit the gap.
Yep.
But it didn't matter. This guy basically ran around the tackle. Right?
And around the running back.
Well, I think what happened is this guy drew, the back is looking at him.
Yep.
Right? And I think that's what went wrong there. And I took a deeper drop than I should have because I was assuming that the extra protection here would protect me.
Let's get back to the
You
play on
don't
the
drop
field.
deep in this game. Like, you just don't.
Using motion.
Okay, well, this ought to be interesting. Let's see.
Dropping back, pressure with the throw. The pass
And then he
was
dropped
incomplete.
it.
He was wide open.
And he dropped
Wow.
it. Now that is inexcusable.
Yes, it is. It's inexcusable. Should never happen.
7 defensive backs in on this one. Man in motion.
Almost looks like they're playing man under 2.
Drops back, under pressure, gets the pass off.
Well, he caught it that time. Oh, it was a different player, though. It was Sensi, right?
Yep.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to go on 4th down here, and I'm going to do the quarterback sneak.
You plan the play. The quarterback
It's 4th and 1, and it would be nice to be able to climb out of that hole, right?
I think Sensi and Heward have similar speed ratings, but Sensi's got the better hands. So he's the 3rd down running back.
Yeah.
Look at you picking up 10 yards on the sneak on 4th and 1.
Yeah, well, you know what? Santa Claus is a load.
Yep. All that milk and cookies.
Yep. So anyway, you can see here I've been tinkering with the blocking schemes a little bit.
Looks like he's changing the play.
And if I switch, you notice that I've got the I'm going to call them tight ends for lack of a better word, angling outward.
Yep.
They give it to the halfback. About a 2-yard gain here.
Yeah, that's something that you came up with.
Yeah. Well, I'm still kind of testing it, but basically the idea is that if I can get them to like follow in a specific direction, then you don't have them doing crazy things like running toward the opposite side of the formation and all that kind of nonsense, right?
Yep.
Hand off to the tailback. Carries the ball for 3, maybe 4 yards.
I also invented a couple of new pass plays, too, while I was at it out of these formations.
8th play of this drive.
Let's see what happens here. Yeah. Oh. Come on. Yeah.
Pressure coming. Gets the pass off. On the money.
Wow, did he ever come open there?
Yeah, well, the thing is, though, if you look at this, when I saw that there was nobody lined up across from the halfback.
Yep.
So it tells me that this is a partial man type of situation.
And if they
right?
don't got his own going out there.
And that's why I have left the tight end here running this line, though, because he'll keep this guy and this guy off.
Yep.
And I just audibled him to a simple square out, right?
Yep.
Because there's nobody out there covering him. He's the odd man out of the coverage. And of course I audibled the tight end on this side to block just to buy me a little bit of extra time so that I could throw the out over there. That's a discovery that I made in my practice game today.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 21-yard line.
Usually you don't get a halfback coming out of the backfield being that uncovered unless you do it to the wide receiver side.
Mm-hmm.
But I discovered that sometimes to the opposite side you can get the same thing going on, right?
They'll go with a run once again. About a 4-yard gain there. Looks like he's calling an audible.
See, and here, what I'm hoping, when I angle those two guys outward, what I'm really hoping is that either that inside guy or the tackle will get that outside linebacker.
He'll get it again.
Right.
Breaking free. Pulls him over.
Okay, well, that gives us a first down.
They're just deciding to help you out a little now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what? This game does get a lot more penalties called, right?
Yeah, it does.
But anyway, what I was hoping here again is either one of these guys, right? I'm happy if either one of these guys gets him.
Yep.
Because if the tackle takes this guy and he takes him, well, you know, now I've got some room to run and I've only got to worry about the cornerback, right?
Yep.
And you know, like obviously there's pursuit coming from the backside as well, but at least I managed to get some positive yards out of it, right? So it's just little things that I'm trying and you know, trying to figure out anything that can get me past the line of scrimmage and get positive yards on a run play, right? Because even if I can run the ball and get 3 yards,
Looking for room.
then that means that the next time around I can try and run the ball again, right?
Second and 9. 9 yards out.
Okay.
Calling an audible now. The visiting team using
I
motion.
wonder... Okay.
Closing in with the throw.
Oh, he dropped it. Okay, well, we got one more shot.
Yeah, Heward really needs to work on his hands.
Yeah, he's been having a bad game so far today.
Expecting pass as they line up with 7 defensive backs.
They got 7 defensive backs. And they got a really wide line.
Pressure. Throws it.
And he knocked it down at the line.
Upcoming after
Oh, well.
that incomplete pass.
I guess we're kicking a field goal.
Yeah, we'll see you turned a dead drive into a field goal. That's nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is that those knockdown passes, I mean, you can't help those, right? Because a guy, even if he's engaged by an offensive lineman in a block, when you go to throw the ball, he can still jump and stick a hand up, right?
Yep.
And you don't know whether they're going to do that or not, and it just is a luck of the draw whether they happen to be in the path of the pass that you're trying to throw or not, right?
And he got all of that one. A great kick.
Well, that'll probably be a touchback. Yeah.
He'll choose
Looks
to
like.
push down this one and start at the 20. The offense is heading out under the
So I
field
managed
for the
to
first
chew
drive
up
of the game.
half of the first quarter anyway. Almost.
And you got some points out of it.
Very
Yeah.
tight. They line up in the I formation.
And in that practice game, actually, it started pretty much the way this game did too. Where I kind of...
First down with the throw.
I kind of struggled to run the ball in the first half, but I persevered and kept doing it.
Yeah.
And in the second half, it's almost like their defense got tired or something, right? And in the second half, I started to have a bit more success at it. And it wasn't... Oh, it went out of bounds.
Well, I guess it was a pass for no gain.
Yep. That was actually a legitimate fumble, too. That wasn't a backward pass. That guy actually lost the ball.
Fisher sets up.
Wonder why they're coming out passing so hard.
Drops
I don't
back.
know.
Pressure
Because...
coming, throwing short to the right side. Thrown behind.
Because this game, okay, even the game I played earlier today, they threw 50 passes even though their time of possession was less than 15 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Like, I had the ball for over 45 minutes in that game.
Yeah, they're insanely pass heavy in this game.
And in 14 minutes and 40 seconds or whatever it was that they had, they made 50 pass attempts, okay? Like, they passed the ball a ton. And I think that's just the way that
The game is made.
the game is made. Yeah.
I guess you'd almost think it was the CFL out there, huh?
Well, except that the CFL, they run the ball more than they do in Madden 04.
Nope, that one didn't get called.
No.
The defense is always very aggressive.
I guess it's too bad I didn't have time to bring an extra blocker over, but again, though, I want this guy to pick up that linebacker, and he didn't.
Yep.
And I'm also kind of hoping that by doing this that I can encourage that guard to angle over and get that guy, and then have the tackle go out and get that.
Not so this time.
No. Well, again, there's a certain amount of randomness involved in this.
Yep.
And you know, sometimes they'll do, those kinds of
The
behaviors,
things that they're supposed to do.
and sometimes they won't.
Using motion. Closing in, gets the pass off.
Oh, he caught it this time. Oh, I couldn't get control of him.
Picking up a first down.
Hey, that was a heck of a call. When they saw the pressure was coming,
Okay.
they knew right where to
I
go
couldn't
with
get
the ball.
control of him to turn him upfield, eh?
Yep.
And I think it wasn't because of the game, it was because of this D-pad, which is really loose, right?
Yep.
Well, he stepped out right there. It might have been a little bit short. I don't know. If it's 3rd and inches here, I'm just going to go out and sneak it anyways, so. Oh, looks like they were wrong. Oh, no, they were right. So it's 3rd and inches.
Sometimes the official sees what you see, and sometimes he sees something else. But this time, everyone could see the call had to be changed.
He'll keep it. Breaks the tackle.
Wow, you know what? For a strong defense, they sure are having trouble bringing Santa Claus down. Uh-oh, and somebody got hurt. Looks like,
You know what? I think that everybody has trouble bringing Santa Claus down. Okay, well. However, that should have been a first down and more, that previous play. I just screwed up, right?
Yep. Well, that's okay. You're about where you'd be if you hadn't screwed up.
Yeah. Well, I'm not really too worried on 3rd and inches about whether I can make a first down or not, because very rarely, I can only remember one time that I've been stopped.
Pacing on first down. Pressure, rolling. Behind him, but he has it. Nice call going to the air, and that'll move the chains. Within scoring distance.
Okay, well, we'll run away from that safety that's crept up to the line there.
Again with the carry. Good gain of about 7 on that play.
Yay.
Melissa, what's up?
Well, it looks like whoever that is, he'll be back soon.
That it's a minor injury. They expect it'll take a series or 2 off, then return to the field.
Thanks for that report, Melissa.
Shot of morphine in the ass and then back out on the field.
Gave it off.
Oh, we're going to get a penalty. Yeah, we got a penalty.
There's a flag on the play.
How about that? That's actually a reasonable one, too, because I was running behind that left guard.
Yep.
Grabbed him on that play.
You got a big old handful of jersey there.
Okay, well.
It's now 2nd and long after the penalty. The visiting team using motion. Looks like he's calling an audible. Dropping back under pressure.
Oh, I couldn't throw the ball. I knew he was going to come open, and I couldn't get it away.
How to take advantage of his personnel.
Well, maybe just try to get a couple more yards to make the field goal attempt a little shorter. I mean, I think Santa Claus can kick one from here, but the closer you can get, the better.
Actually, I don't like the way this is lined up.
Number 9 stops the clock with that timeout. So they dug themselves into a hole here, a long 3rd down situation. Ball on the 38-yard line. Using motion. Calling an audible. Pressure coming. Rolling out to his left. To the receiver.
Oh, it's going to go out of bounds.
Going deep on 3rd down, but he couldn't get the ball to the receiver.
It's a long one.
We're looking at about a 55-yard attempt here. He'll really need to hit it perfectly.
But you might have missed off to the right there.
Maybe.
The kick is up.
Yep, just a hair.
It was long enough, but it's sliced to the right.
I guess I should have listened to you and just ran the ball and picked up 5 yards.
The backs are lined up in an eye.
Well, that's all right.
Hey, look at that. They give the ball back where the ball was spotted on the kick, not the line of scrimmage, too. Wow.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, he spun you.
The 30. The 20.
Right? That's that pursuit thing, though.
Oh, come on, you guys.
Yeah, that's that pursuit thing, though, where a running back will spin and players will overrun the play, right?
Well, that's not the part that gets me, though. The part that gets me is that Castle there missed that tackle.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when I went to switch to another guy, then they both all decided they were going to dive like a bunch of morons.
And it's up. The extra point.
No, that spin move is the nastiest thing in the AI's offensive arsenal, really. Because I've seen running backs do that spin move and literally have 3 defenders all overrun the play, right?
The visiting team will start this drive from the 26. It's first.
You know, like I've seen it
Ball on
happen,
their own 26.
and it's extremely cheap, and that's something that they
Sets up.
actually kind of took
Changing
away
the play now.
in Madden 05.
Aimed it off to the back.
And the way I see it is that removal of that particular thing
At the 34,
was an improvement.
8-yard gain.
No doubt about it.
Well, I still managed to get control of Castle there, but again, I'm just disappointed that he didn't have the tackling to bring that guy down, since almost every corner on this team actually has very good tackling.
Well, it is a bit disappointing, but again, you're going to give up no matter who you play in the way this game is designed. I go into every game on defense expecting to give up at least one big play, just because that's the way this game is made,
Just about a yard
right?
on the way.
It's designed to do that, and there's nothing that you can really do to prevent it. They'll get a long pass, or where the receiver somehow manages to elude 2 or 3 defenders, or they'll get a long run like that where the running back makes a spin move and 3 guys overrun the play, or they'll have multiple missed tackles or something like that, right? You know, like, it just happens. And there's really nothing that you can do about it.
42.
Like I said before, even when I'm on offense and I try to design things to set up favorable matchups, but after that, you don't really know what's going to happen anyway, right? And it's the same thing on defense.
Drops back, closing in, gets rid of it. Jumping and has it. Here's an opening.
Well, at least he caught it this time.
They
Yeah,
brought some extra guys to try and get some pressure.
well, I don't know why,
Well, his receiver had a step and fired
but
his
it
strike.
seems like when I throw that pass a lot of times, it's really off target too, right? Like I try and throw it as a touch pass so it's not hard to catch and that kind of thing. And it ends up sailing and being further behind the receiver than it's supposed to be and stuff like that, right?
Thing is, too, that could also be a halfback awareness issue, too. Maybe a wide receiver who is better at actually being a receiver would position themselves differently so that they didn't have to jump for that pass.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
Right, because you got to keep in mind that speed and hands are not the only differences between running backs and wide receivers, right?
yeah.
The visiting team using motion. Calling an audible. Pressure with the throw. He has
I saw an advantage there, so I wanted to get that play off before the quarter ended.
Well, and you definitely did show it working out
They'll
there.
be doing more than just picking up
Yeah,
first.
but just a little something to look at here. You'll notice that I gave this guy a sort of a drag route,
Yep.
right? he's the guy with the orange route that I can use the playmaker stick on. And what he does is if I want to throw to this outside guy, I'll get him to go to the inside. And it seems to have, like you know, had two defenders kind of bump into each other, which is what allowed him to get out and to get open too, right? Whoop.
We'll go back to the play on the field.
And that's the more conservative version of that. I also do have other kind of similar passes to that with you know, more receivers.
Yep.
But when I'm
under pressure,
on my side of midfield, basically, I'll make use of having both tight ends blocking, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get sacked or take a big loss in my own end of the field.
Well, I'm glad you came back from that one anyways.
Comes in to attempt the point after. And it's on its way, and the extra point is good. Big time drive there with a touchdown to take the lead.
That's a big drive that they really needed. The score really swings momentum over to their side, giving them confidence that they can move the ball against this defense. Now it's up to their defense to keep the pressure on.
He got all of that one.
Take another touchback.
Yep.
Early, but it's been an even game so far.
Well, I try to do that because I don't like covering kicks in this game either, because for one thing, our kickoff coverage is kind of slow, but for another thing, because of that spin, because kick returners can use that spin to make coverage guys overrun the play too, right?
Yep.
So they'll lose yardage on that tackle by Jefferson.
Well, that time we had the pass rush coming in, and I actually was pass rushing from that side.
Get in there and make that play and force them into a big loss like that.
Yeah, it doesn't do them much good to be tricky and run to the weak side, because you tend to shift your defense to rush from the weak side all the time anyway.
That's right, because I favor defending the pass over defending the run.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's easier to get to the quarterback if you pass rush from the weak side. And there is a sack for the right outside linebacker.
Yep.
Well, they went backward quite a ways.
Yeah, 11 yards. Wow, and it didn't take them long either. They sure do pick plays and snap the ball fast, though.
Yeah, well, if we didn't have the accelerated clock going here...
They run a play like roughly every 5 seconds.
Yeah, they'd probably be able to run 4 or even 5 plays a minute, right? Which is insane, and you need to stop doing that.
I called a fair catch.
I know, but if it's still the same law. If you have to run sideways too far, then you will mishandle the punt, right?
I don't know. He got under it. He just didn't. I think actually it hit him. He didn't actually try to catch it.
Yeah.
I think that's what the problem was.
To the air on first down. Closing in, throws it.
Throwing the bomb.
Yeah, well, I saw that on the out, I saw this guy was covering here, right?
Yeah, he's coming down to the flat.
Although he kind of bluffed a little bit, maybe. I probably could have still thrown it, but by the time I read that and got rid of the ball, because that's another thing that kind of gets in your head too, is this strong pass rush that they have. Like even though I had 7 blockers here, look how close to me they got, right?
Yep.
So I have a tendency to take less time in the read and try and get rid of the ball quicker, right? And actually most of the pass plays that I run are designed to get rid of the ball quicker.
Looks like he's changing the play.
Yeah, block the end and the linebacker. Good job.
86 yards there.
Right? This is when I was drawing this play, this is kind of how I was hoping it would work.
Yep.
This guy here, this man is his job, right? And then by having the extra 2 tight ends out here and all that, like what I want to do is look at how everybody on the line has got blocked, right? because it stops. Even having these two guys angle into the middle like that kind of slows up the backside pursuit, because they can't take any shortcuts through the middle. They actually have to come around the outside, right?
Yep.
So then that's the cornerback that has to make the tackle on that
And
play.
we go back to the game. About 4 to go.
Well, okay. Too bad I didn't have a toss play called here. Wow.
Looks like he's calling an audible. Ewert. 1 yard gain by the running.
Because I could have tossed it to him real quick and gotten around everybody, right? Before they even knew what was happening.
Number 9 with a man in motion.
Looks like partial man coverage, and they got lots of players moving around.
Yeah, this is going to be tough to complete a pass here, actually, I think.
Pressure gets the pass off behind him.
Except if they don't cover Hewer.
Yeah, well, that's why I was looking there, but I figured it was like what they do is they're relying on the pass rush. Look at that. They have this guy coming cleanly. You see how
They have 3 guys coming.
Yeah, you see how they spring the defensive end, though,
Yep.
right? Like they use the linebacker blitz
Yep.
to eat up the tackle's block.
Yeah, that's what I do.
And then, like they've got 2 more guys coming around the edge here. Like that was a 7-man blitz, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and it looks like it's only 3 man-to-man as well, because it looks like the safety in the middle's playing a zone. So, what they're relying on here is that they can charge into the backfield and sack your ass before you can throw to an open receiver, right?
Yep.
And in this game, it is actually remarkably successful, but
Yeah, it's not unrealistic that they actually could.
yeah.
And the extra point is good.
Whereas and mainly the reason that they can be successful at that is because of that naturally wide posture that the 4-man line has, right? Because that end coming around, like coming there, he didn't have to loop or anything like that. He basically just ran at a straight line straight at me, right?
Yep.
And that's just as bad as having a defender come right through the middle untouched, basically, right? It's basically the same thing.
No first downs on that last possession, John. Let's see what adjustments they've made here now to try to move the ball more effectively. The corners move up to play this one tight. Going to the air on first down. Slings it to the outside. Great pass.
Oh, face mask.
Yeah. But see, he didn't try to spin there because he's a little faster than those 2 defenders, so they were behind him far enough that he couldn't do the spin, right?
That
Yeah.
defender almost pulled his helmet right off.
Only 1 man back. Nichols picks up just enough to convert.
Well, it's pretty hard to stop them from picking up 2 yards.
The offensive
Yep.
line did a good job of selling that
It
play.
could have been more,
They got
actually,
just
though, but
enough room for them
that
to
defender
get past
managed to
the
fight
first
off his
down
block at the last second.
Fisher gets set.
They're going to have a little harder time running there, though, because, you know what, some of these formations, these twin wide receiver formations, I notice your defensive system, the way it works extremely well against those twin wide receiver formations, because basically the corner on the side where there's no wide receiver moves in,
That's right. Yep.
and he's actually standing lined up just outside of the tight end. So even if they try to run to the left here, well, he's going to be there to try and set the edge.
Yep. And there's an extra guy
and
here.
then you've got extra defenders for pursuit there, plus the safety, right?
Yep.
So you can stretch any wide run to the left out to the sideline, and they're not usually going to get very much.
And on this side, we've got the pass rush coming here.
Yeah, that's right. So, like really,
Let's get back to the play on the field.
from observation, I would try if I was going to come out in a 2 wide receiver set, I think I'd probably try to avoid twin formations, right? Because all that does is it just makes your run defense that much tougher.
Well, and that's a good thing, you know what? Because twin formations are good for breaking pass coverages.
Yeah, because when that happens too, you basically go from having, like a little bit of a thin 6-man box to having a more standard 7-man box, right?
Yeah.
Number 19 is looking for a good punt here. Here's the kick.
Wow. Daring, hey? You wanted that 1-yard punt return.
Well, I was thinking because the guy in front of me was trying to block that guy, but I don't know if he actually managed to successfully block him, though, because the way the camera works in this game on special teams works a little different than it does in Madden 05 in how they, like, swing the camera around.
It's a little bit harder to see. Oh, wow, there's a face mask penalty. Everybody's grabbing the face mask today on both sides.
It's a handy handle. Bring the opponent down.
Yeah, the face mask is not a handle.
It is a handle, just as long as the ref's not looking, or if you slip them a $20 bill.
Yeah, probably have to be more than a $20 bill. I think referees in the NFL make pretty good money. It would be tough to bribe them.
Slip them 100 then, I guess. I mean, they're football players. It's not like they don't have the money. Yeah, what is the USD 100? Isn't it like Benjamin Franklin on that one? I can't remember.
I think so, yeah. I don't know. I've never actually seen an American $100 bill.
Yeah, neither have I. I've got some American money just because it makes its way across the border sometimes. But
all you hear about is like the references to them in the TV and movies and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. Well, and like I said, I have a small quantity of it just because it seems to like make it across the border and get mixed up with our money sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, and most storekeepers and such will
looks like he's calling an audible.
Accept that money as if it were like regular money anyway. I can't even change the direction on this play.
Yeah, not enough time.
Not enough time.
That's because the defense did a good job.
It might even just be a thing, especially if it's coins, because I have a ton of coins from America. I think it's just one of those things they just don't notice.
Yeah, well, they're close enough in size and that kind of thing. Although now Canadian bills are basically made out of plastic, right?
Yeah, the American bills I have are all more older ones, and I think it's because...
I think they still use some kind of a paper with...
they do, yeah.
With some sort of a cloth thread or something woven into them.
Yeah, it's like a hemp paper kind of thing.
Yeah.
They have great size and quickness.
I miss that, though, because you know what? The plastic bills are a real pain in the ass to fold up and fit in your wallet.
Yeah.
Right? Because they always want to uncurl and unfold on you, and I don't have one of those wallets that stores the bills lengthwise. I have like a smaller wallet with the zipper on it. You have to fold up the bills in order to shove it in the wallet. So it's a bit more inconvenient that way, whereas with the old paper bills that we used to have, because we used to also have the same type of paper bills that the Americans had, except they were colored a little different with different faces on it, obviously. They folded a lot better and they fit in your wallet a lot better. And I don't really know if counterfeiting bills was that big of an issue that they had to move to the plastic ones, or I'm sure you can still counterfeit the plastic ones too, so,
I have no idea.
Uh-oh.
I probably missed again.
Yep.
I'm going to have to just aim further left to compensate for that or something, because it seems like my timing is just a little bit early.
On their own 40. The corners move up to play.
Well, this one isn't as bad as the last one.
Nichols. Gain of about 5.
Yeah, see, I've been playing more man coverage, not necessarily because I'm expecting him to pass, but because I'm trying to get more guys in the middle now to prevent another long run.
Dropping back. Pressure. Throws it.
Yeah, well, it's working, and that might be why they're running the ball as much as they are, because they had a successful big play, right?
Yep.
So they're looking for another one.
The corners are moving up to press the receivers. Under pressure, slings it to the outside. So
Well, that screen didn't go very well.
No, and they had like a bunch of extra blockers in there too, but
Well, thing is, again, though, I noticed in this game too, if you're going to throw a screen pass, you need to drop deep enough that you're actually throwing the ball forward to the guy who's supposed to catch the pass, right? You know, like, and that was basically a backward pass. They're lucky that he managed to catch that.
Yep.
Right?
Number 9 sees something in the defense.
Okay, sure. We'll go with this.
of course I will say I somewhat miss the fact that you know, we ended up getting rid of our penny some time ago. I miss the penny.
That was quite a few years ago now.
Yeah, it was almost a decade ago now, I want to say.
I don't remember. All I remember is that it seems like it was a long time ago now.
Yeah, but you know, we could have made the penny out of something cheaper. Like, we could have made it out of, I don't know, iron. Have an iron penny. Because the price of iron is pretty low. Much lower than copper.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't know why they discontinued that.
Yeah, because now anytime you got to pay something in cents, they have, I don't know what the rounding rule is exactly, but sometimes you end up paying more and sometimes you end up paying less.
Yeah, it's basically like pennies don't really exist anymore. It's kind of
Yeah, I think still if you get like a card transaction, then it still records the cents properly. But we don't have a physical medium to conduct those transactions properly. So either you're always losing pennies or you're always gaining pennies.
Yeah.
And again, I think there's probably some kind of accounting rule to determine the rounding for that when you're accepting physical money. But it's annoying.
Here's the kick. Fair catch.
Hey, no reason to take a chance and risk a
You know,
fumble.
when the guy is walking up to you with his arms spread like that, like, you know, maybe you should call a fair catch.
Well, I managed to get both coverage guys too, right? Coming in on him, like they had him kind of bracketed.
Fakes the throw. The sack total for the day is 3.
I mean, he probably could have thrown that flat pass there, but he decided not to, I guess. They're a strong D team. They don't have the best quarterback, so even if that guy was a bit more open than he otherwise would have been, because he seems like he's a somewhat talented running back, the quarterback isn't smart enough to recognize that in this case.
Yeah. Well, even with the penalty, it's a 15. They just gave themselves a first down, right? That is so cheap, man. Oh man, that's cheap.
That'll be 15 yards, no question.
If that had been a 5-yard face mask, then they'd still be punting, right?
Well, it can't be helped, right?
No, it's the AI awarding you a penalty, right?
Ball on the 50-yard line.
Well, it is Madden 04. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, one of these days we should have a Madden 04 league where we just crank the penalties up to max and laugh.
Dropping back.
It would take us 2 hours to finish a game.
Ooh, you almost got a pick there.
The defense needs to remember not to play too soft and give up big gains underneath. But they also don't want to play too tight and end up giving up a big play to set them up in scoring position.
Drops back. Pressure coming.
Boy, you're just wreaking havoc on them from that right side.
Sack of the game. The quarterback is calling them back.
Okay, now you just need to not get a face mask penalty and everything should be good, right?
Closing in. Steps up into the pocket.
Oh,
Wow.
That
wow.
defensive line just chewing up the offense.
Okay, well, looks like the cheap penalty didn't buy them anything.
Here as it's now 4th
Well, it helped run the clock a little bit more, I guess.
Yeah, well, I guess we probably lost any opportunity we would have had to get some more points before the half.
Do you want me to call a timeout?
No. At this point in my end of the field, especially if they decide to use their timeouts, you know, like I don't want to have to punt the ball back to them again.
Yep.
Where we're going to start here, I would just as soon be able to just run the clock out.
Here's the punt. And he waves to the
Yeah, you
field.
could have
I might
run
have
that
been
one
able to
back.
run that one back.
You could have run that one back about 10 yards or so, yeah.
Add a
Yeah.
few more points to this lead, but we'll need to do a good job with clock
Ah,
management.
well.
Number 9, directing traffic. Parker goes in motion. Ewart into the open field.
Nice run.
Running back picks up about 7 yards. Second and maybe 3.
Well, so far, I don't know if that blocking thing made a difference or not.
It's just something you're experimenting with.
Yeah. They've got a pretty wide posture there. I don't think I'm going to be running around them. I'm trying to draw mental lines as to who I think is going to block who.
Number 9 sends a man in motion. Ewart.
Well, that worked out all right, although I guess 89 there isn't the best blocker.
Well, I guess I can let the clock run out now anyway. We'll go to the half with a 10-point lead here. Okay, well, you know what? A couple of missed field goal. We've had a little bit of adversity today, but I guess we're not doing too bad considering.
Yeah, it's a relatively even game.
Yep. Anyway, must be time for the halftime stretch.
Indeed. And we're back.
Yes, and if we look at the halftime stats, Rec V5X,
Yep.
you have only allowed minus 13 yards through the air.
Oh my god.
Because the longest pass from scrimmage that you've allowed is 4 yards.
Yep.
And even though the Zombies quarterback is managed to complete 5 of 8, so 62% of his passes. But his longest pass is 4 yards, and you sacked him 5 times. So he's 5 of 8 for 6 yards.
Oh my god.
But then with the
5
loss,
sacks.
with the loss of yardage from all the sacks, that explains why they're at negative yards passing. And you gave up that long 54-yard run.
And welcome back.
But you also inflicted enough runs for loss that they only have a net of 44 yards rushing. So that one long run was the only, really positive play they got in the first half. And now we got to kick it back to them, and I think I blew that kick, so I'm going to have to cover this.
Yep.
From the 2.
Oh, I shook off the block and got in on the tackle there anyway.
From 21-yard line.
Well, I'm going to stick with the man coverage thing.
Yeah, I think that keeping your defenders in packs is probably better.
Using motion.
Because like I said, the spin move in this game is really bad, right? Like, really bad. And if you give a running back a chance to do that spin, and he can make 2 or 3 players run by him, then you're going to give up a big score, right?
They'll go from the shotgun, using motion. Dropping back, hand it off.
They're even running out of the shotgun. Look at him go, eh?
Yeah. I just basically ran straight backwards there in case he got past any of those guys.
Yeah.
To get down the field and pick up a first down.
I mean, who the hell runs out of the shotgun?
Well, when you can't pass, I guess you run out of any formation that you can, right?
Looking to run it here.
See, there's the spin again.
Oh, and then Santa
Yep.
Claus face masked him.
Yep.
It's like, you better stop that shit, or you'll make it on the naughty list.
They called it inadvertent.
You know, there's so many limbs flying and body parts moving around that you just tackle whatever you can and you grab anything that's moving. Sometimes you get a handful of mass.
Dropping back to pass on first down.
Well,
This pass
They're
is
lucky that wasn't
incomplete,
backwards.
So he can't get it to him.
And you
That was
want to
pretty
lead
close.
the receiver so that he can catch and run. But you don't want
but
to
I
lead
think
him
at this
that much.
point, though, when he goes back to pass, he's basically throwing everything sideways. I don't think he's actually thrown a pass downfield.
Again with the run.
But that explains why they don't have much downfield yardage.
Yeah. Because anytime he tries to throw the ball downfield, you sack him, right?
Tightening up the coverage along the outside. Pressure with the pass. Short of the first down with that.
Well, that'll help his completion percentage.
Yeah.
You have to know that
Actually,
you
his
have to get past
completion
the first
percentage is
down
not
marker on
bad,
third down.
right? You know, he's
Anything
completed
less
about
has to be a
2/3 of
failure.
his passes, but the problem is that
They're able to pick up the first down, and here comes the punting unit again.
when he
for
does
the
complete a
sixth time.
pass, it doesn't gain any yardage, right?
Here's the kick. He signals for a fair catch.
There was no need to try and return that one.
Okay, well,
He made the right decision there.
let's see what we can
First
do.
and 10. Ball on their own 15.
Okay, well, I guess I'm going to run away from that safety then.
Ewart. Not much
We'll
there.
flop ahead for a yard.
Tosses it right. Ewart. Holding. Makes the stop at the 20. About a 4-yard gain.
Okay, well, I guess I've got a chance here anyway.
Man in motion. Calling an audible now. Here they come with the pass.
Oh, he dropped it.
And he's able to make the catch on third down.
Yeah, maybe you should have thrown it to Taylor on the flat pass. Holy crap, there was nobody covering the first string wide receiver there.
I know, but I couldn't. I tried. You know how it is, though. I can't always get the message to my hand to press the right button.
Yep.
Number
I
7
saw it.
lines up in the
I just
backfield
couldn't
for the
do
punt.
anything with it.
Newman is back to receive this kick.
Oh, shit.
I think that's going to go straight sideways.
Yep, they're just giving it
The
away.
officials are trying to determine where it went
Right?
out
If
of
they can't
bounds.
score on offense, then they'll just
First and 10.
make things like
Ball
that
on the
happen.
36-yard line.
As far as I'm concerned, you should be able to set a minimum accuracy on a kick. You know, like it cannot go less than 20 or something
The
like
thing
that,
is,
and
when
then
you
it just
don't get underneath
stops.
the defensive line, you're not going to have the leverage that's needed to knock them off the ball. And that time, the defense had all the leverage.
Or let you adjust the speed of the kick meter so that it always goes at the same speed, right?
And he stopped at the 34-yard line. Gain of 2.
Because that's what screws me up is the variable speed that it runs at, right?
Yep.
Because I've been early on the kick meter all game long, and then suddenly on that one I was late, right?
Stepping up, looking for an option, gets rid of it.
No, well, they dropped that one.
Incomplete pass.
Yeah,
So he
well, I
can't bring
guess,
it in.
well, they're good. I don't know if I believe them there. That's a 50-yard field goal.
Before making the catch.
Well, I guess we'll see.
You never know, maybe they will.
51-yard attempt here. The kick is up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so that shank punt cost us 3 points.
He's one of those guys who really works hard at what
Yeah,
he
it
does.
is what it
You
is.
can see that hard work paying off when you make a kick like this one.
It's annoying, though, right? It's annoying because they didn't earn it.
From the 13.
You know, like that one was mainly just... The way I view it is that the kicking game in this thing, when you have a severely shanked punt like that or something like that, in my opinion, that's cheese, okay? It shouldn't happen that way.
He sees something in the defense. Man in motion. Drops back under pressure. Throwing.
Oh, and so is that. When you have a quarterback with a 99 accuracy rating, he should be able to drop that pass right into that guy's hands.
Yeah, unfortunately, you still get the overthrow
Because
thing.
I did everything right. I dropped back, I stood in the pocket, I was standing still when I threw the ball. You know, like I did all of the right things. And I had decent protection too, right? You know, like that should translate out to a completed pass.
Well, it is what it is.
I know, but it's annoying. It annoys me.
Here's a look at the third down success.
I mean, I could see if they got some pressure and, you know, maybe force me to throw a bad pass or something like that. Fine, but you know what? Earn it.
Pressure coming with the throw. Catch made on the run.
Well, you slipped that one in there.
Oh, fuck, I couldn't turn again.
At the 39. Amazing play by Taylor.
The thing is, he got some separation there, and he was able to get him a big chunk of yard.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
Yeah, I think I caught them a bit by surprise there.
Number 9. Directing traffic.
But at least I'm not trying to punt out of our own end again.
Well, it was a foot race to the sideline there, and you won.
Yeah, well, I was lucky I had that blocker traveling with me, eh? And he did a good job of sticking with that guy, and he may not have actually blocked him, but he at least ran interference on him long enough that I could get outside, right?
Calling an audible now.
Yellow, 74. Get in there. Let's go, come on.
Gets rid of it. Room to run. He's at the 20. Number 9 continues to pass effectively and has now thrown for over 200 yards.
Look at you.
Yeah. This might be a season high for passing.
It is so far, I'm pretty sure.
They've been playing hard against the run, though, in this game, right?
Well, they're a 4-3 base defense, and they're also a strong D team, right?
Yeah.
The visiting team using motion. Hand off to the tailback. He loses it. At the 10.
Okay, looks like we got it back.
Yeah, that's a heads-up play. You always need to keep your eyes open because you never know when something like this is going to happen.
Man in motion. Closing in, gets the pass off, and this pass is completed. So they're able to pick up another first down.
And this offense is
well, at least they called that one a first down. I guess it's because you had the ball in your right hand instead of your left.
I don't know. Some of those are so close that I don't know how they decide.
Changing the play now. Pushes it out to the left. Hands it off to the fullback. A lot of big hits today.
Yeah, that guy almost had the decal knocked off his helmet when he tried to get across the line of scrimmage on that one.
Directing traffic.
Okay, well, I guess we'll try the middle.
Fullback handoff. He can't back him up with the hurdle. About a 2-yard gain by the fullback.
Boy, oh boy. Tough going there.
Yep.
So now we have third.
Yeah, he actually ran through a couple of guys just to get what he got there.
Yep.
Number 9 sets up.
Well, they're not giving anything away here either, right? You know, they don't want to shift that line one side or the other.
This one is handed off.
Well, that's how this defense comes up with a big stop. They're backed up in their own end zone trying to keep those guys off the board, and they make a play like that. That's a heck of a defensive play.
I think the way your defense has been playing, I feel pretty good about this.
I'd do it anyways.
Quarterback sneak. Touchdown. Visiting team.
Right, because with that linebacker behind the defensive tackle there, he's basically got a 50-50 shot, right? Depending on the gap that he chooses.
Yeah.
Number 7 comes in for the
And there,
extra
I think he chose the wrong gap because it looked like there wasn't anybody in front of you.
And it's up.
Well, the way I looked at it is if they stop me there, the way that your defense has been playing in this game,
Maybe we get a safety.
I think that if they probably end up punting it out of their end zone, and I get it back and get another chance anyway.
And that moved the chain. Eventually, got him in the end zone.
But scoring a touchdown there changes this game, right?
Been a rough start to this game, but they still have enough time to
And
burn
it turns it from like a tight defensive struggle into a
First and 10.
a 2-score game, right? And I was just trying to make your job a little easier too.
Yeah, well, if they start throwing passes, we'll have them.
Nichols.
You love a back who can contribute consistent positive yardage like this.
I'm pretty sure his average per run is dropping every time he gets the ball.
Gets the toss to the right. Gets away.
Probably, but look at that. See that spin? Right? Again?
That's all right. I was there as well.
3rd and 1 coming up on this play. Ball on their own 31.
Yeah, it just makes me flinch every time I see an AI running back or ball carrier do that, though, because it seems like whenever they do that, the IQ or awareness or whatever you want to call it of any defensive players basically reduces to 0, right? They turn stupid and they run right by the guy instead of stopping and cutting back to try and pursue him, right?
Number 19 will come into this game to punt. Here's the punt. Fair catch.
Well, whoever they got on the coverage team must be from their defense rather than their offense.
Yeah, they seem to be doing a pretty good job of covering punts.
Looks like he's changing the play. Tosses it left. They give it to the halfback. And the halfback picks up about 3.
Yeah, his rushing average is going to be complete garbage, but
It is what it is.
the funny thing is that in the practice game when I played, like the running back got
Number 9 sets
137 yards rushing or something like that, but I gave the ball to him like 37 times, right?
Hands it off to the fullback. 4-yard pickup there by the fullback. About 4 to go. Ball on their own 41.
That's the end of the third quarter.
With the visiting team ahead of the home team. 24-10. And we'll start the 4th quarter.
Okay, looks like they're playing a zone.
The offense has been stepping it up on 3rd down all day.
Calling an audible now. Pressure with the pass.
Looks like you had a bit of a pick on that zone defender there, too.
Yeah. Oh, come on! Oh, did it go out of bounds?
I think so,
it
yeah.
did. Okay. See, that's why when I give this guy the flat route like that, though.
Oh, no, it looks like the defender actually chose to split the difference there. That was his error.
Yeah, and what he's doing is, well, this is the tendency that the AI, like the curl flat zone or flat zone defenses have, though, right? Is that they will drop back to cover the deeper of the two receivers, right?
Yep. Yeah, that was his fault.
Yeah. Well, it's the way the game's designed, too, right? He's just carrying out the assignment the way that it's programmed to be carried out,
The
right?
action on the field. Following the turnover now, it's 1st and 10.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that went out of bounds because that's...
Looks like he's calling an audible.
Would have been pretty tough.
Ewart picks up 5.
Yeah, there's no rain today.
No.
See, what it is, what's coming down from the sky on those rainy days, it's not water, right?
It's grease.
It's oil.
Yeah, it's just grease to make the football slippery so no one can hang on to it, right?
Yeah, every football stadium is right next to an oil well, right?
Again, he'll get the call. Just about 2 yards on the run by the halfback. As they get ready for this 3rd down play, we'll take.
Well, we're 50-50 on 3rd down.
Today.
3rd down is when you want your players to dig deep and make a clutch play. When you convert, it gives your defense a little extra rest, and it gives your offense a fresh set of downs to work with.
Dropping back under pressure.
Holding.
Throws it. Penalty marker down. Jumping and has it.
Oh,
Offsides. I think I'm going to decline that penalty. Because I managed to complete the long pass over there, so...
So they have 1st and 10 here.
He's got 100 yards receiving.
Nice.
I don't remember the last time I had a 100-yard receiving
Number 9.
receiver.
Traffic.
Because I've been too busy working on my relentless ground game here.
Oh, these guys have been really tough on the ground game in this game, though.
Yeah.
Tougher than any of the other teams we played so far.
Extremely active and effective up front. They do a good job of getting up
Yeah, I
front.
haven't been giving up on it, though, any more than
Misdirection
in
plays
other
and
games,
draws
though.
can be a good way to use their
It must
speed
just be
and
the type of team that they are, like who they're coached by.
Yeah. But you know what? I keep chipping away at them, though, and like I've got, a little over 100 yards here so far in this game. And if I keep chipping away at them, I'll probably get 120, 130 yards, maybe.
He gets the count. And he's brought down. At
Oh, there's the holding
There
penalty.
you go. It's almost as if that long bomb didn't happen now.
That guy
Yep,
was caught
it
out of
is.
position, and he needed to slow him down somehow.
So we'll have a 2nd and long after the penalty.
Okay, that works well.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you
perfect.
very much.
Shift everybody out of the way.
Oh, corner blitz. I had to turn back inside because they brought the corner on a blitz. I think we changed running backs now too because I think this guy's tired. I ran him till he was tired.
Well, that's all right. I mean, we've got enough depth at that position. That Sensi there is about as good as Heward.
Yeah, you
I
know
think he's
what?
a better ball carrier, but he's worse at breaking tackles.
I'm going to run the ball again here, and then I'm going to try to kick another field goal. I'm a little closer this time.
Hand it off to the back.
Okay, we're going to get a little closer. Because at this point, if I kick a field goal here, I think that's just as good, almost as good as a touchdown anyway.
Yep.
Right? It still gives us a 3-score lead.
Number 7 heads out onto the field for the field goal attempt.
Oh, and I finally got one right.
Yeah, if you're not careful, Santa Claus's kicking ratings will start to go down.
Yeah. Well, no, those were both over 50 yards, right? You know, like it's pretty tough to kick those that long anyway. And I didn't miss either of them badly. You know. You would have to be almost perfect to kick a field goal from that distance.
He takes a knee. The home team face an uphill battle as they begin this drive. At the 20. Press coverage on the outside.
By the way, did you know the Grey Cup game was yesterday?
No, because I don't follow the CFL.
Yeah. Well, the Grey Cup game was yesterday, and the Saskatchewan Roughriders won the Grey Cup, which is the Canadian Football League Championship game.
Well, right on. Go West.
Yep. Yeah, well, it would have been nice if our local team could have maybe won one. I don't remember the last time they won a Grey Cup. I think it's been probably at least 25 years since the last time they won one.
Well, you know what? At least Saskatchewan's from the West.
Yeah. Well, they have the most loyal and fanatical fans in the league, too. Like, those guys, if you went to a football game here in Edmonton, half the people in the stands are wearing Rough Rider jerseys, right?
Yep.
Like, they come in buses from Saskatchewan. Like, some of them, you know, and even though Regina, which is the city where the Rough Rider team is based out of, is not that big of a city. You know, like, I don't know how big it is, but I think it's quite a bit smaller than Edmonton. And they'll have people driving from all over the province. People will drive like 5 or 6 hours to go and see a football game, right?
Under pressure with the pass.
Oh.
He has it. You can't draw it up any better than that. Textbook first down.
Well, it's their loyalty that probably keeps that particular team alive, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
To the air on first down.
I think he rushed that one a little.
Yeah, I'd say so.
There was no way he was going to get to that one.
They'll play things tighter on the outside. Pressure coming. Gets rid of
I got pancaked there.
Yeah.
They've got something going here.
Yeah,
now suddenly they can complete passes, hey?
Putting together a nice looking drive here.
Well, it was never going to work out perfectly forever, right?
Yep.
He can't wrap him up. They went back to the run on that play.
Now, that was Santa Claus over there making the tackle.
Yeah, he's all over the field, eh?
Keep the ball on offense.
The corners are moving up to press the receivers. Quarterback back in the shotgun. Closing in. He's taken down in the back.
That's Santa Claus coming down Santa Claus Lane there.
Yep.
And saying hi. It's like, we're not doing this passing shit no more.
Yep, that's about enough of that.
This team has to start converting.
There he comes
No,
again.
he actually evaded the halfback
Yeah,
there.
he stepped up and made him miss, eh?
Like that will really affect his rhythm with his receiver.
Oh, they're going on fourth.
Yeah,
now.
they are. Wow.
Visiting team call a timeout.
I got to pay more attention.
They have 2 timeouts remaining. The home team.
I think their chances are pretty poor here anyway.
Drops back. Looking for an option. Gets the pass off.
Yeah,
Yep.
it just got swatted away.
Yeah, defender got a hand up and knocked it down.
The defensive back. They were looking for a big play on fourth down, but he gets up there and knocks it away.
Calling an audible now. Hands off to the tailback. Down he goes at the 39. Right up the middle. Not much there.
Yeah, they opened up the hole for him, but there was someone waiting on the other side.
Well, okay. I guess I'll try and run through that great big hole there. That hole is 2 players wide. I should be able to run through that.
You'd think, but watch, because they've got those super defensive players. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe
No,
not.
but the guy pursuing from the outside almost caught me.
Yeah.
See, they had the safety cheated up to the line,
Yep.
right?
He had to dive to get you though,
Yeah.
So let's pick up the action.
and even then, you still gained a decent amount of yardage on that play.
About 6 to go. Ball on their own 43. The home team come out in a nickel package. Taylor, the motion man.
Oh, it's a zone defense. Okay.
Pressure. Looking downfield with the
Crap.
incomplete pass.
I should have thrown it to the short curl guy.
That play up.
He needs to do a better job putting the pass
It's
in the
all
spot
right.
where only his guy can get it. Those tip passes can turn into interceptions pretty easily.
Offense couldn't get it done in the lineup to punt. A high kick. And he chooses not to return this one.
That's a good
You know, because
job
you
of
can
getting
kick those so
downfield
high,
on the
we've
coverage
actually
team
had some fairly
to force
decent
a fair
coverage
catch.
there too.
Yep. Well, I mean, that one will net me about 35 yards-ish, right? But, you know, I could have kicked it 45 or 50 yards downfield and then had them return it for 10 or 12 yards too, right?
Nichols.
This way is far less stressful.
8-yard gain.
There, see, he's trying to do that spin thing again, right?
Yeah, well, they're still running the ball in spite of the fact that they're down 17 points.
Yeah, I know, but that's all they have, right? They can't pass.
Fisher gets set. Under pressure.
Because when they try to pass, that happens.
Well, they should come out in a different formation. I mean, they do have split backs in the playbook.
Yeah.
And shotgun 2 wide receivers, I think.
I
I've
don't
seen
know.
that a couple times.
Where they're at right now, I mean, they're in a big enough deficit now. I don't think they can climb out.
An incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
But I'd say their running back is having a decent day, but no one else is.
Here's the kick. And he signals
Yeah,
for the
they
fair
outnumber
catch.
my blockers there.
Yeah, there's 3 of them lined up across from you there.
Smart move there by the returner.
There's just nothing I could do there.
Okay.
Looks like he's changing the play.
Oh,
That's okay. It was a run for 3 yards.
yeah. Well, it looks like the pulling guard got a piece of that guy a little
This
bit,
appears
but
to be of the 5-yard
you know, he
line.
wasn't able to hold the
These
block
face
long
masks are
enough,
getting
right?
So big, you could start off going for a jersey and end up with a handful of face masks.
Oh, okay. The clock's not running anyway, so I might as well just start the play.
Was stuffed on that play, John.
They're just relentless when the offense decides to run the ball. They break down blocks very quickly, and they do a good job maintaining their gap assignments, limiting contact opportunity.
Number 9.
Well, they aren't completely selling out either way. They came out in a 3-3-5. Funny that a 4-3 base defense would go to a 3-3-5.
Across midfield.
Go, Sensi.
Sensi covered some good ground there.
Hey, nice job up front, holding their
The
blocks
old
and
counter,
allowing
eh?
him to get a good run
Yep.
for a first down.
Well, I don't think I'm going to throw another pass in this game,
Number 9. Directing traffic.
because I think we're far enough ahead that even if I had to punt here, I think we'll be fine.
A bit of a lower scoring game, but I guess that's all right.
Ewer couldn't get out of the backfield.
That was just a defensive line getting lower than the offensive line. When your defensive guys up front can control the line of scrimmage, it makes it very difficult.
Yeah, they
to
just
move
couldn't
the
do
ball
anything on
around.
offense.
Yeah, well, I haven't really had a huge day on offense either. I mean, I got a couple of nice, pass plays that worked out well, but other than that, I mean,
They're tough.
yeah, any yardage that I've accumulated on the ground has just been due to sheer volume of attempts, right?
Yep.
Ryan has to do a better job of holding up at the point of attack. He has a fast first step. He can explode through the hole, but he needs a line to create that little crease or cut that.
But now
They've got a tough team. If they could work out whatever issues they've got going on offense, they'd be solid.
Yep. Well, it looks to me like they have probably got not a very good offensive line, because to allow 5 or 6 sacks from the right outside linebacker, I mean, how often does that ever happen? Right?
Basically never. Although, then again, though, this is Madden 04 and not Madden 05. Maybe it's easier to rush from that side in this game. I actually haven't looked at that, because in Madden 04, it's easier to rush from the left side of the defensive line. Or sorry, in Madden 05.
Yep.
But in Madden 04, I don't know what side is easier.
Hand off to the tailback. John, they're going to keep grinding it out on the ground.
Yeah, and once you establish...
Oh, they just called a timeout.
The last thing you want to do is make a mistake that will open a door for the other team.
And so the offense gets one more shot to see what they can do here with the time remaining.
Number 7 is looking for a good punt here. Newman is the deep return man.
Well, that one's going to go back into the middle of the field, but
Here's the punt.
Probably be a touchback.
yeah, probably. Oh, maybe he'll catch it because it hangs up, right?
Nice.
Because basically what I do is I go max height and then just 2 quick taps down.
Yep. Yeah, who was the one who caught that? That's Santa Claus catching his own punt. Magical, right?
Yep.
Press coverage on the outside.
A little bit of Christmas magic. But here now they're dropping back to pass, and if they do that, they'll be lucky if they don't give up some points on offense, right?
I'm hoping that I can get a safety.
Yeah, you probably will. Here it is.
Yeah!
Well, now I guess they get to kick it back to you again.
Returning kicks, we get ready for the kickoff. Here's the free kick from the 36-yard line.
Well, he lost his helmet.
Pretty well in hand. This is one of
Well, now we are. I think we're going to run the ball 3 times and then kick it away.
Just about in the books. It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 49. Ewart breaking through. Pickup of about 6 yards.
See, this is what I'm talking about when I say relentless rushing attack.
Yeah, you just keep doing it even if it's not working.
Even if it's not working very well. I mean, at least the way that it works in this game is that an unsuccessful run play usually will still get you 1 or 2 yards, right?
Yep.
And if you do that twice, then you have a pass that's less than 10 yards to complete to make a first down, right? And I'm not scared to be in a situation where it's like 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 8 or something like that. Like I can live with it, and I'm used to it because I play Madden 05, and I'm constantly in the 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 8 situation in that game, right?
Yeah, because you end up running for a loss of 5, and then you throw like an 8-yard pass, and then you've got to throw another like 7 or 8-yard pass.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, if you run on first down and you lose yardage, which you often will do, then you have to pass your way out of a hole.
You can stretch run your way out of a hole for 20 yards.
Yeah, but, we're talking about me, right?
It's 3rd and 25. That's a running situation.
Yeah.
Although at least it's not as obscene as Madden 12.
Madden 12 was crazy, though, right?
Yeah, I don't think I threw a pass all season in that game.
Not after preseason, no.
Yeah.
Although that curls play that you were running in preseason worked almost every time too, right?
Yep.
This is Al Michaels with John Madden saying goodbye for EA Sports.
Well, there you go. It was a lunch pail kind of win. Right?
Oh, look, most sacks individual game.
Yeah. Yeah, he was busy. Right?
But yeah, Madden 12 was thing is still too is I tried like all kinds of various different pass plays and I couldn't get them to work in that game. Passing just didn't work in that game, but running was unstoppable.
There, see, I ended up with 133 yards on the ground, right?
Yep.
They ended up with 86 yards rushing and 8 yards passing. Wow. So, anyway, it looks like time of possession was not too bad, but I think that's probably, well, we did double them still, or more than double them, but they had a little more time than what a team that typically gets against us in this game, just because I think they ran the ball lots even when they were trailing, right? So Santa Claus has a pretty good quarterback rating, and this is probably a season high. Completed 15 of 24 for 2 touchdowns and 251 yards rushing.
Yep.
Got sacked twice. And running the ball, well, Heward, I gave him the ball 34 times, but you know what? When you're only averaging 2.2 yards per carry, well, you know, it's hard to make a lot, right? The quarterback sneak works well when you need it. And actually, Sensi there, the few times I gave him the ball, he did all right. So there you go. See, it's like, what is that? 12, 17, 47, 51 rushing attempts against 24 pass attempts, right? So 2-to-1 run to pass. And that's the ratio that I'm trying to maintain in this game.
Yep.
And Travis Taylor was the big receiver today, although Heward actually did manage to catch a few passes when he wasn't dropping them. And we got one to our new wide receiver there, and a fullback caught one. So Heward also dropped 2, and Sensi dropped 1. So he had a 36-yarder, and Travis Taylor. I managed to complete a couple of long passes in this game. And Marcus McKenzie with 12 tackles and 7 sacks. And the pass knockdown, too, just for good measure.
Yeah.
And he also scored the safety.
Of course. Yeah, it was a sack safety. Yeah, he's player of the game, totally.
And then Marcus Hale got 5 tackles, and the rookie middle linebacker, Joe Jefferson, got 5 tackles, as well as a tackle for a loss. So, you know what? Those linebackers that you drafted are playing as starters, and they're making a difference.
Yep.
Right? They're making a difference. And you actually got 6 tackles for a loss in this one, too. And even, like, see that? There's the old veteran there, got one, and Santa Claus got one, but this guy had the big day today.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what it is.
I sometimes wonder if in this game, the way that this game works, and the way that they seem, because I've watched them play offense, they seem to go away from Santa Claus.
Yep.
You know, like they'll throw the ball to the other side of the field most of the time. They'll run to the other side of the field most of the time.
Yeah, they just kind of ignore him.
Yeah, they're more than aware that he's over there, right? You know. So anyway, you had a pretty good day on defense, and I had a terrible day kicking field goals. Although I guess the 2 that I did miss were both over 50 yards.
Yep.
Right. And I did get 4 touchbacks out of 6 kickoffs. And my punting was okay, I guess. I didn't kick any long ones. I had that one shank that probably hurt my average.
Yep.
And you had 1 punt return for half a yard. Or no, two punt returns for a total of 1 yard. So there you go. There's that other one that you fumbled and then it went out of bounds or something too, right? And Bishop there had a quarterback rating. I've seen quarterbacks play against you and get worse passer ratings than that. And he ended up 9 of 20 for 45 yards. And he somehow managed to not throw an interception, but he did get sacked 9 times.
That's probably why he didn't throw an interception.
Yeah. And so running the ball, they also ran the ball 20 times, right? And had a pretty decent average. Although I would say that most of that yardage was on that long 54-yard run, right?
Yep.
They would have done crap otherwise if it hadn't been for that long run. And he also did fumble the ball once too. And they had a few guys who caught some passes. They also had 4 drops. And a long pass of 17 yards. So they did improve. And look at this guy, the middle linebacker with 15 tackles.
Yeah, he was everywhere.
Yeah, that's the guy who kept stopping me for those 1-yard gains up the middle all game long, right? I couldn't run against that guy. He was always there. And then the strong safety and the defensive tackle. You could tell I was, going with the heavy rushing attack because their leading tacklers were a defensive lineman and a middle linebacker and the strong safety, right?
Yep.
And they had 4 or 5, 6, 7 tackles for a loss. But I guess that wasn't so bad for the sheer number of times that I ran the ball, right? And they had 2 forced fumbles, but I was lucky and got both of them back. And he kicked a 52-yard field goal, so I guess he's a better field goal kicker than me. So there we go. Well, so the Elves win the game 29-10. The Zombies didn't do as bad against us as some teams. Just their complete and total lack of firepower on offense, I think, is what did them in.
Ooh, we got the TO Madden card.
We're getting Madden cards now. Then we can do this and that and like that sort of thing. But I think we can do this and that sort of thing without recording it.
All right.
So Merry Christmas, and we'll be back again tomorrow.
Merry Christmas.